I just got here, and it's time to put all your money into Uryu stonks. This episode was so good, and I have to give major props to Pierrot, what they're doing with the animation, cinematography, fights, sounds, everything. It looks so good. The way they move the camera around, showing the castle, the new world made by Yuhabach here, the fight between especially Uryu and Renji, which was pretty much this episode, and I'm so happy we got that. But also the comedy, the character interactions, even throughout the episode, the shenanigans, the bickering was all here, and we're eating so good as Bleach fans, and this episode was really fun, and I'm liking how Uryu is being used with the extra scenes and everything that we're getting right now. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now, it picks up from last week with pretty much everybody storming the castle, and like I said, I'm loving the camera movement there, how they showcased everything, and then Yuhabach calling all of the Stern Ritters under him here by their each individual name, show them how we welcome them. I'm paraphrasing a bit, but that was so cool there. Even more considering his aura, his presence, and them getting ready to do anything and everything for him and this new world that they have here. Then meanwhile, the Shinigami groups, the others preparing to storm the castle, and Busby and his group deciding to move on their own, also wanting to get some revenge on Hashwalt. And Hashwalt is one of the most interesting characters on the Quincy side, and I can't wait to see more of him and everything that's going to happen. I'm not gonna go into spoilers with that, but also the first part of the episode, I really liked quite a lot the comedy, shenanigans, bickering between the characters, because we had Ichigo's group, Kyoraku's group getting ready to go after the castle, them realizing, hey, where is Mayuri? Of course, Mayuri is gonna do Mayuri things, right? He decided to go off by himself. He even waited to open the gate again to go solo in another direction to use his experiments and try things out. But, surprise, Kenpachi Zaraki was with him. For such a Zaraki reason, he was just at the toilet and they left him behind. Of course, Zaraki, and then they start bickering a bit back and forth between them. But probably the funniest thing in this episode has to be Grimmjow going after Askin. Like, he instantly storms after Askin when he sees him. He splits away from the group there, and Askin feeling, I don't want to deal with Ichigo's group. Then Gerard on the other side, mad that he couldn't find any enemies here. And if you watch JoJo, you're gonna understand this one. Askin reminded me so much of Joseph running away. What's the best plan? Run away from Karasu then. That's what Askin did, running away from Grimmjow after that. Even trying to work with Grimmjow. Hey, let's kill Kurosaki together since you also see him as an enemy. I was laughing so much there. Askin is such an awesome, fun character, and Grimmjow also on the other side, just going after him, even going a bit Panthera mode to catch up to him. And this felt a bit like Tom and Jerry in a way, because Askin, hey, I got away, starts pouring some drinks there, enjoying life. I'm not gonna deal with that, just from behind. And Grimmjow just buff him behind him. Awesome. But Askin is very dangerous. Like, he seems like this caricature character, goofy all over the place, but he's one of the most dangerous opponents to face for anybody, considering how his power works, increasing the quantity or lowering into something in your blood or some materials and so on. Even Grimmjow gets hit by this one. Asking, let me just give you a gift. Throws a ball as a gift, quotation marks, and Grimmjow wanted to deflect it, to attack it back, of course, but then when he breaks it, actually gets poisoned because of that. So very easily anybody can lose against Askin. He's one of the most dangerous opponents there. Then we have the other side, Lille Barrow. He was playing FPS games here, camping, just shooting snipers, and every Sagi, Omaida, and the others just one kill, 2 kills, 3 kills, and so on, just going on a kill streak. Lille Barrow, all of them are so dangerous, and we know Lille Barrow's power with X-axis, we know Askin's power. Pernida, we're gonna get to that when we get there. Gerard also showed not a lot of it, and Uryu, we get to see more of it in this episode here. But Lille Barrow just sniping people left and right is gonna pose a major problem. And speaking of Uryu, this was pretty much the episode focused on him and Renji, because Uryu runs into Renji here and then started fighting. First, Renji just using his Shikai, then instantly going into Bankai mode. And I'm really liking how versatile his Bankai, just showcasing more of his true Bankai here. And I have a feeling we're gonna get the repeat of the same conversation we had when Uryu fought against Ichigo. Like, people were losing their mind. Why doesn't Ichigo do this? Why doesn't Ichigo use Bankai? Why doesn't Ichigo use Mask? Why did he lose? Why is he so weak? Why who? And so on. Ichigo wasn't fighting to kill Uryu back in that episode. Make sure you go back and watch my reaction to that episode. But here he was closer, but even here Renji was kind of doing the same thing, not to the same level as Ichigo, but he was also missing some key information, and even Uryu admitted towards the end. We're gonna break down a bit the fight here, and I like how Tight Kubo keeps doing the usual shenanigans of making an art for each of the character that dies, loses a fight, or something happens to them. We even have the Renji art. That's such a cool thing to do as the author, especially when the anime is airing here. It's an awesome moment, so thank you, Kubo, for the series and for the moments here. But back with the fight, so Zabimaru with Renji's Bankai, just the way it moves, the tail, the body, the head, being able to overhit the blade, the tip of the head, kind of similar to Yamamoto, not to the same level and power, of course, but he's even able to melt one of Uryu's attacks there. He was even able to protect against Lichtregen, grabs him, just slams him all over the place. He was kind of in control, at least at the beginning of the fight here, even nuking him with that chomp there at the start with the grab. Just really cool fighting by Renji here, and Uryu was mostly on the defensive, so to say, at the start here. But after the blast, it showed that Uryu didn't really take a lot of damage, even more from the big attack. He used the Blutvene to protect it, and he goes into his transformation here, and this is when he kind of overpowers the Renji. Was barely able to deflect one of the arrows, got overpowered by the barrage there. And I like how Renji used the fur to make more clones to hold him in place. And here we finally get to see the conversation that when they were training with the Royal Guard. Like, we saw a lot of them doing their own training, of course, but we didn't really get to see what Ichibe and Renji were talking about. And Ichibe telling him, in your current state, you're gonna need like 20 seconds to pour a lot of spiritual pressure into this attack that you plan on doing. Of course, the more training and so on, the more you use it, it's gonna get better and better. And Renji is really powerful here, but in this case, when he starts using that attack here, charging it, looked so cool, kind of making it like a spinning tornado centrifugal force there. And I don't know how to put it into words perfectly. It looked so cool. And again, the animation, the color scheme, awesome what they did here, Piero, and thank you for that. And he actually hits Uryu here. Like, nah, there's no way he's gonna win this one. Like, we all know it, he's not gonna win. And he wasn't really... We're gonna get to that. We even have after this one, I'm like, Renji, you were so close. But Uryu, even despite of all of this, he still had an ace up his sleeve. He still won this fight. Even he said it, after he gets back up, he starts absorbing Reishi all over the place and puts Renji in a cage that is able to suck out all of his spiritual pressure. Basically, he sucked him dry. Uryu gave him a blowjob and Renji lost. I'm joking. But that was really cool to use it that way, and very much so fits with how Uryu fights, always trapping, outsmarting opponents, putting them in precarious positions. Even though Renji might have more raw power than him in some cases, he can still very much lose against somebody like Uryu by the way he fights here. And even more after that, his Shikai and Bankai go away, but I like how Renji was able to use his two kings, like Soho Zabimaru, that's what it means, two kings, using it, the second smaller one part of his arm to shoot the cannon, but he didn't have a lot of spiritual pressure left there, so Uryu's attack goes right through it, and we get another donut. So Uryu is the donut merchant here. He donated Ichigo, and now he donated Renji. I don't think Renji is gonna die even more. If you've read the manga, you know ahead from there, unless we get major gigantic changes, which I don't think that's going to happen. We do get extra scenes, small changes, rearranging, expanding on things, but I don't see this actually happening. Like changing something so major would be insane for Renji, what it means for the future. But yeah, Renji loses, and Uryu breaks down the fight, like looking down on him, telling him exactly why did you lose. First of all, you hesitated subconsciously, which is very true. Didn't know about my powers, which is also very true. He didn't know about the transformation, how everything works, how stronger he got with what happened. But like I said, despite of all of this, Uryu still had another ace up his sleeve, the antithesis, which he... yeah, we're gonna get to that when it gets fully revealed. So this was even more disadvantage for Renji. And the last reason, the third one, because I despise Shinigami. Give this man a full-blown Oscar here. And throughout the fight, I like Mayuri and Zaraki bickering shenanigans there. Running, trying to decide where to go, asking, gloating over Grim Joe. But Ichigo shows up right in time here, and that fight is gonna be really, really interesting. From here on, it's gonna be full fights, all hell is gonna break loose, we're gonna have so many individual things, and the way everything looks, I'm blown away. So, Bleach is back, to say more than back with the quality we're getting here, but I'm really curious what you guys thought about the episode. What did you think about the fight, Renji versus Uryu? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about the comedy shenanigans between the characters, and which fight are you more excited for to see in the anime? So, let me know in the comments below. And as always, remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So, keep enjoying Bleach. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye-bye.